What's up, guys? William Ryan here, back with another video. And in this video, I'm going long on pound Jappy on the 5-minute chart. So we may be here for a little bit. That's okay. And so we are looking at an optimal advance setup here. Okay, and I'm going to go over optimal advance here very shortly. Before right now, just give me one moment. Okay, so I'm not in session here right now. So on the hard time frame, guys, if you guys pop out to a daily and a weekly chart, we are bullish on pound Jappy. Okay, so I'm looking for longs here in this London session. And so we have a very nice optimal advance setup here. And so I think live streams and sessions are actually really going to help you guys, because you guys are going to see a lot of my wins and a lot of my losses and how I manage both. Okay, and you guys will notice over time that it's the same thing over and over again. Right? Nothing changes. Everything stays the same. Okay, we want to be trading our system consistently. Right? We want to separate logic from emotion. Okay, and stick to the system that we are using. Okay, so the optimal advance setup here, right, guys? So we have buy side liquidity resting above the marketplace here. We have a fair value gap, an order block, and please note that we do have a balanced price range within the order block here. Okay, so I am expecting this balanced price range could get traded to. I prefer it not get traded to, but there is a BPR in here that looks really nice. Okay, it looks really nice. So my stop loss is actually going to go below this candle. Okay, my stop is here, but my mental stop is right below this candle here. We always want to lose less than anticipated. Okay, that is how we win losing trades. That's how we preserve capital. And that's how we give ourselves an opportunity to compound capital. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick look at the price ranges here. Okay, we use specific price ranges here at Optimal Advance, one of which is 20 points or 20 pips. Okay, so we want to use the numbers 20, 35, 50, 65, 80, and obviously 100. So those are the numerical numbers that we want to use in terms of the ranges, right? We all know that the algorithm, right, is based off time and price. And so there's only 4 stages of price delivery, which is consolidation, expansion, retracement, and reversal. Okay, so you can only have 4 types of delivery, and those deliveries of price are actually predetermined in time and predetermined in size. And so we know that the ranges that are going to form within price swings are going to be those numbers that I mentioned. Very close. Okay, you got to give like 2 to 5 pips grace within those numbers. Okay, it's not going to be perfect. If it was perfect, then this would be very easy. The other thing that I like here, guys, is we have a balanced price range right here as well. Okay, so we have 2 BPRs, one on the buy side of the curve and one in the order block. Okay, we also have the fair value gap and then a draw on liquidity above the marketplace. Yes, this is very high resistance to take out this high, and we are in a premium within this range, high and low. But nonetheless, I do like this setup, and I do favor longs at this point in time. right? So we're probably going to be here for a little bit, hopefully not. Okay, and so some of the things that I do, guys, while I'm in a trade, right? So if we do trade below this balance price range and trade below this gap here, I will begin to scale out. Okay, so I want to lose less than anticipated. If the trade is not going in my favor within a certain amount of time, then I know I'm most likely going to be on the wrong side, and I want to scale out. I want to minimize the damage that is going to be done on my account, right? Losses are expected, but if we can manage them appropriately, then we're going to really help our equity curve and, truth be told, save a lot of accounts. Okay, this is one of the ways that has helped me not blow accounts and get myself into a lot of trouble, right? This is the way I'm going to manage the trade, whether it's a winning trade or a losing trade. You guys are going to gain some insight out of this, and it's going to be very, very helpful, right? Traders need help with losing trades more than winning trades, right? Losing trades are much more important than your winning trades. Okay, so we're diving down into this BPR. Okay, we need to see rejection from here. Okay, these lines here that you're seeing, this is the 61.8, and this is the 70.5 retracement. Okay, this is a 2-to-1 from the 70.5, and this is roughly a 2-to-1 from the 61.8. Right, so here at Optimal Advanced, we really only target a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. We want our system, okay, our data to perform over our over our emotion, right? So I really don't want to get into my emotions. I would rather have a very discretionary approach with this, with any market. Okay, and I think having a discretionary model is going to be a lot more profitable than relying on your emotions or your discretion, right? You want to have a system in place that just plays out time and time again, and remove yourself as much as you possibly can. Remove your emotion, remove your personality traits and flaws into the system, right? Get out of your own way. I'm going to take a closer look here, guys, on a lower time frame. Just give me a moment. Yeah, so we need to reject here fairly quickly. I want to see this buy side liquidity pool get attacked, and this is actually a good thing for our trade. The fact that we are moving very slow and lethargic, right? Because like I talked about, the stages of delivery, you have consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. So this would be the consolidation, this would be the retracement, and then now we're looking for the expansion. So this is an internal range power of 3 that we're looking for. And we do not want to see this low get taken out. Truth be told. Really want to see price start to expand higher in the shape of a low resistance liquidity run. Right, and the longer that we spend time in here, okay, and not getting the price delivery that we want, okay, it's going to mean that we're on the wrong side as well, right? As time goes on and we're not moving in the direction that we want to see, okay, and trading through discount PD arrays, the ones that we want to see smart money utilize, okay, We know we're going to be on the wrong side, and we're going to want to minimize, like I keep mentioning, the damage to our account. Okay, preserve capital. And then the second thing we want to do is compound capital. Right? Whenever we want to see low resistance liquidity runs, guys, okay, we want to see snap. We want to see velocity. We want to see volume, right? And the fact that we just came down here, printed this candle, created a wick, swept some liquidity into the BPR, and then now we're challenging this wick. Okay, this is not the best sign for this trade. Right, and once we close, if and when we do close below this fair value gap here, I'm going to begin to scale out. So we'll probably be about negative $40 in drawdown if and when we close below this gap. At that point, I will close half the position and take a $20 loss. And then realistically, we'll only be losing $60 instead of $80. And that is one of the ways that we can minimize the damage. Really need to see price start to move away from this area. And with that low resistance liquidity run that we're looking for, we don't want to see this fair value gap get filled completely. Okay, the last thing we really want is this BPR to get filled in completely. It's okay for it to come down and touch it and utilize this area to go long, but we don't want it to come down into the furthest discount part of this BPR. Okay, that would be a very bad sign for the trade. And again, if I win this trade or if I lose this trade, you guys are going to get a very good informative video here, and I think this is what I'm going to do from now on. I think these videos on how to manage losses and how to professionally lose as a trader is more insightful than anything else, than just watching, videos on my stream or on my YouTube where I'm just crushing trades. I think this is much, much more informative and genuine too. Okay, so the fact we need to move away from here very, very quick. I'm going to refine this BPR here. This is also going to help with my risk management and my stop loss management. Just going to get rid of that gap on the other side. We know there's a BPR there. Okay, so we need to see immediate rejection from this area. This is the last opportunity that we have to see smart money accumulate longs. We want to see big, beefy, bulky candles to the upside here. We want to see price get back above this fair value gap. With some speed. All right, guys, for you guys who are just joining us, I'm in longs here on Pound Jappy. Okay, this is obviously for educational purposes only, guys. This is on a demo account, paper trading account, as you guys can see in the bottom left corner. Okay, we're looking for longs. We went over the optimal advanced system that we use. Okay, it's ICT concepts with the Larry Williams indicator here, the William percent R. Okay, so basically we use a SMT type concept, what ICT teaches, and we apply it to internal range setups with this indicator. Okay, so it indicates to us a change in state of delivery, right? So consolidation, expansion, retracement, reversal. So we have the internal range power of 3, consolidation. retracement, and now we're looking for that expansion. Okay, we want to see big, beefy, bulky candles. And why am I expecting that type of price delivery? Time of day. We're about to enter London session. Okay, time and price. What levels are we utilizing here? Okay, so 200, 680. Okay, this is a big number that we want to see utilized. Okay, we have the 80 level, the 65, and the 50, all within this area. And so we really want to see price start to rip higher here. Oops. Okay, so came right into that multiple trade entry levels. So the 61.8 and the 70.5 came right into that and since have rejected. Okay, so we really don't want to see this low get taken out. We want to see speed and magnitude higher. And so at this point too, guys, we can minimize our risk a little bit. We're definitely not out of the water yet, but we want to see a low price in here. Get priced in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my stop loss right here. Need to see those candles start printing higher. Do not want to see this low get taken out. If this low does get taken out, guys, I'm going to be beginning to scale out. Yeah, so preferably right now, this balanced price range we want to see hold now. Don't want to see price come below this low. This BPR here, we really want to see this BPR hold. Okay, because if we go down to a lower time frame, right, price is fractal. This is just going to be a breaker, right? Low taken, high taken, price comes back down into the range. We come back down into consequent encroachment of that higher time frame gap. Move equal highs here, equal highs here. And now we want to see price really expand higher. Lots of buy side above here. Like I said, we don't want to come back below here. If we do come back below here at this point, like I keep saying, we're going to manage the trade appropriately and begin to scale out. For those of you guys who are watching, put in the comments any questions that you guys have. I'll try and answer and help as best I can. This is a good opportunity for you guys to ask questions and kind of get maybe some answers that you guys need. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, please feel free to put in the chat right now. Right, this is an opportunity for you guys to learn, right? One of the things with ICT is, it's very hard to ask him direct questions and to get direct mentoring from him, right? That's one of the things that I was frustrated with. And, if you have an opportunity to talk to a profitable trader, ask questions, take the opportunity. That would be my advice. And I will be doing a lot more of these. If you guys aren't subscribed, I'd highly recommend you subscribe. I will be doing a lot more live streams on YouTube. I mainly trade indices and futures at this point, so there'll be a lot more of that coming. This is the highest time frame I'll ever trade, is the 5-minute chart. I really only trade 15-second charts, 30-second charts, and 1-minute charts. We want to start to see, within the next 15 minutes, guys, we want to start to see some volume come into the marketplace here and attack the buy side residing above these highs. So notice how we've traded deep into this range, right into this fair value gap, into this BPR. Could be deeper, but preferably, we want to see part of these PD arrays get left open, right, on low resistance liquidity runs. On high resistance liquidity runs and on trades that fail, you'll get a complete closure, a complete fill of the gap or the BPR, which we really don't want, right? So if this low, like I keep mentioning, this low should be in place. If we take out this low with speed, I'm going to be on the wrong side, and I want to look for opportunities to scale out of my position to lose less than anticipated, right? But if this low stays intact, right, I'm expecting higher prices to attack the buy side above these equal highs here, and then this high right here. We need to get out of this range very, very quick if we're going to be correct. Looks very, very good, right? Everything in our setup, in our trading plan, in our system is here, right? So when you guys are presented with an opportunity, okay, to execute your system that you have data on, that you have proof of concept, right? You want to take that opportunity, right? There's no reason for you not to, right? Don't worry about winning or losing. Worry about following the process that's going to get you the results, right? Emotions, right? Why do emotions come, right? It's because now your mind is fixated on the profits or on what you're going to lose, right? You're not focused on the plan, right? Our job is simple as traders. It's to recognize opportunity, execute our system, and then let the market do its thing, right? That's our job. Have I done my job here? Yes. The draw on liquidity is higher. If we go to a daily time frame, I believe the market wants to see higher prices. We are in a time of day where we are expecting to see some volatility. I know we're coming off of a pretty big news event, but yesterday with FOMC or NFP or whatever it was, right? So we've been presented with the opportunity, time and price. We took it. Okay, now we're letting price breathe. We're letting the market do what it wants to do. We're not interfering. Notice how there is no emotion, right? I've already done my job. There's nothing else more to do other than be prepared if it does trade below the BPR or this fair value gap to start to scale out. Or wait for price to continue higher towards my objective, right? I have prepared for an opportunity. I've seen the opportunity. I've executed on the potential opportunity. Okay, and now I'm going to see it through, let the trade breathe. And then if price trades through the PD arrays that I'm expecting for smart money to accumulate orders, then I'm going to begin to scale out, right? Manage risk, manage capital, preserve capital, then compound capital, right? So my job is essentially finished for the time being until price either takes out the low that's already formed, that just formed, or price takes out the high, right? So a lot of you guys, and I used to do this a lot too. I still do it time to time. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I get in my own way, right? Or you guys will get in your own way. Right? You want to interject, you want to interfere. You think by moving your stop or doing this or doing that is going to help the trade or get you the result faster, when it's not the case. It's absolutely not the case. Notice how we are contracting here as well. Notice how the candles are getting very, very small, right? So price will go from contraction to expansion, from contraction to expansion, from contraction to expansion. Okay, so now we're getting the same phenomenon here. Contraction, now we're looking for expansion higher. We want to see big candles, guys. We want to see big, beefy candles, very, very similar to this. Similar to this. Similar to this. There we go. That's exactly what we want to see, guys. Right there. It's been 8 minutes since I said that I wanted to see an expansion move within the next 15. Okay, so we want to see continued prices above these highs, right? So we're kind of right on cue here. Again, guys, at this point here, my stop is going to go below the 3-minute balance price range. So I'm minimalizing my risk as price is moving in the direction that we're expecting. I want to begin to reduce my exposure, right? As PD arrays are being respected, as PD arrays are getting utilized by smart money, we want to minimize our exposure, right? So I was originally risking $80 on this trade, and now you guys can see my stop loss or my exposure here is $54, right? Looking to make 162. I will actually probably take my TP just before this high, so or right at the high, I guess. That's fine. Just looking for that 2-to-1 objective. Okay, you want to be in and around that 2-to-1R. It's really where we want to be. Okay, it reduces your time under tension. It reduces your time in the marketplace, and preserves your mental capital. Right, everything about optimal advance. Because I struggle with a lot of mental. I still do. I'm still not perfect. I still mess up. I still succumb to my flesh or my emotions time to time. And really, optimal advance is designed to combat that. This is what this system is, right? It's a battle map to combat our emotions as traders, right? This system that I've put together, that I've worked very, very hard at creating, that I've given to you guys for free, it was designed to help minimize you getting in your own way. If you just follow the plan, if we just follow the plan together, right, and do exactly what the plan tells us to do, we can find success, right? If we just stay disciplined to the plan, don't listen to anyone else. I don't care how much money they've made. Okay? I don't care if they've won a Robin's World Cup. I don't care if they're the best teacher on. You need to get in the charts yourself with a system that works, and you need to execute over and over and over. Work that muscle of discipline. I don't care if you have the best strategy in the world. If you have no discipline, how are you going to succeed? You can't. Without discipline, you cannot succeed in trading. You will not. If you can't follow your plan, you will not succeed. Stick to your rules, and you will get results. And one of the other things too, guys, if you guys struggle with a lot of psychological issues like fear, greed, if you're interfering with your trades, an emotion is arising to the surface when you're trading live or doing your challenge or whatever the case may be, whenever that emotion comes up, what I want you guys to do is begin speaking out loud. Speak out loud and try and nip those negative thought patterns that are leading to negative results in the butt so that we can move forward from those negative thought patterns and get out of our own way. Okay? That is what has worked for me. Right? We need to be sharp. We need to be mentally sharp. We cannot have these problematic thought patterns in our mind, okay, or even arising. You need to nip them in the butt right away. They need to be exterminated from your mind and from existence, because you are not your thoughts. Right? In our imagination, in our emotions, things are always worse than they actually are. Okay? Usually our emotions lead to an overreaction, right? At least for myself, and get me into trouble. It could be different for you. Your emotions could lead you into inaction, right? Where you don't even manage your trade correctly, right? Like, oh, it's going to pan out. Like, I can let it breathe a little bit more. I can move my stop. No, your stop is where it's supposed to be, where your plan says it's supposed to be. It's not where you or how you feel or what you think the market is going to do. Oh, it's going to take out my stop and then go higher. No. If your stop gets hit, you're out. And then you look for another optimal advanced setup. Well, that's for me in my case, right? You look for the next opportunity. That's it. Move on to the next one. It's simple, guys. Trading is so simple. It's just the human aspect, the human part of trading ruins everything. Okay? These strategies work. These ICT concepts, they work. There's no denying that. Right? If you think ICT is a fraud or his concepts don't work, I have bad news for you guys. They do work. They're some of the best concepts in the business, in the industry, by far. Right? But it's a lack of emotional control. It's a lack of discipline that is really hindering your success. Even myself, I'm preaching to myself here, guys, too. Right? So these lives that I'm going to be doing, they're not only going to help you guys, they're going to help me quite a bit as well. So we want to see continued speed here. I don't want to see price return back into this range. I want to see this fair value gap get left open. I want this to be a breakaway gap. And for price just to continue moving higher, right? If we do come back down and take out this low, I will close the trade completely. Okay, first target has not gotten hit. I want to see price go to and through this area. But yeah, if price does come back below this low, I will be closing the position completely, taking about a $40 loss. But again, I want to see speed and volume, big candles through these highs and ultimately reaching our target up here. So the range that I'm expecting, right, going back to what I mentioned, so you can see if we do want to go this high here, we could go to 35 points. Okay, my TP is at 25, okay, which I'm completely okay with. My stop loss about 10. Yeah, so this is what I don't like, okay, guys? I don't like the fact that we just back down to this. Not ideal. I want to see speed going through. In this instance, we leave here fast right away. Boom. If this gap gets straight through and this gap here gets quote unquote reclaimed, I think this will taken out. So we see speed magnitude again within the next 15 minutes here. And if we trade and close below this fair value gap, I think we're going to be on the wrong side and price will take out low. So right now I'm playing both sides out as the trade is going on. And the reason why I'm doing this is to manage my risk the best way I possibly can. Gotta see speed. We have to see speed here. Absolutely. Emotions will absolutely decimate you. It's like in hockey too, right? So I grew up playing a high level of hockey here in Canada, and I was a goalie, right? So the other team, right, try and get underneath my skin because I wasn't always the most flashy goalie. I wasn't the best goalie on the ice. I wasn't the fastest goalie. I wasn't the tallest goalie. I wasn't the best skating goalie. But the one thing that I had over my opponents and the goalie in the other net was my mind. My mind was stronger than theirs, and my heart was bigger than theirs. Right? And a lot of times, the other team would know that, right, and try and get underneath my skin. Right? So in certain instances, like 2-on-1s, guys would try and run me, spear me, I would cover the puck, they'd come in and snow me and that type of stuff. Right? To try and stir up emotion in me so that I would make a mistake, a costly mistake. It's the same thing trading. You have to nip those things in the butt. Keep following the game plan and see the game through. Thank you guys for tuning in. I don't see you stream. I'm gonna stream back more from now. Yeah, I think streaming is gonna be the way to go. I think honestly, you'll get a lot more out of it. You know, my audience and the subscribers that are here wanting to learn and get better. I really think that me doing these live streams is gonna help you guys immensely. Right, you guys see my winners, my losers. You guys are gonna see how I, react and take the losses on the chin. You guys are gonna see it all, right? And I think that's kind of what this community needs more of is genuineness and people who are authentic. And I think I can bring that to the community. I don't care if people see me lose. I lose all the time, right? It's just a matter of how you approach losses, reflect on the losses, and come back from the losses, right? And I think that'll be awesome for you guys to see and to experience and be here with me firsthand. So this one here, guys, kind of stalling a little bit before this high. I want to stay straight through this high, and then into the buys over here. I think the majority of the stops are over here. Um, I don't see if I come back down to my okay, my stop will be below these small two candles here. If we do take a loss, it'll be very, very small. Maybe about $10, $20. Very critical point here. Now, traded into this fair value gap. Very briefly, sorry. Price rejected, and then we struggled to get above this high. Right? I mentioned low resistance guns. We don't want to see that get filled. Right? Let alone trade below goes through it. That'll be a very, very bad sign. And at that point, I'll just want to get out of the trade. There's no point in me personally sitting in a high resistance liquidity run. Okay, as a scalper and someone who trades on the 15 chart, there's absolutely no point for me doing that. Yeah, we need a soup. Okay, yeah, we're gonna stay on this lower time frame for now, guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna get rid of this fair value, and we're gonna see. We're actually getting an OA set up to go along this 1 minute. So this needs to hold. I'm not gonna go long in here. Why? Because I already have a position on, and we're gonna do this. Needs to we need to this low and continue moving higher. Right. So this up over and over and over. Like here we have this being taken by the 1%. We see candles over, right? So primed a bunch of buys liquidity. We come down to this bounce right here. The here needs to hold. I'm gonna check the fib very, very quick. Yep. Right to that 61.8, 70.5. Need to see this hold. Right? So if we do trade right through this fair value gap, guys, we're going to be wrong. And my stop is actually just going to go right here. Okay, so this fails, going to move here. And we get trade through this low here. I think we're on the wrong side, and price is going to want to attack sell side on the 5 chart. Or I believe the 5-minute chart, sorry. Right, if we are still bullish and the trade is still valid, this CPR is hold, this OA sets the hold. And the reason why I'm leaning towards not holding is because I think based on the 5-minute setup, we should have already taken off. We should have already expanded higher with a lot of velocity, right? Because low resistance runs, they don't go back down and trade back into the range and fill all the PD arrays, right? We want to see PD arrays get left open. In fact, this PD array did not get left open. This is obviously a very, very good sign here, though. We see very big candles here. Price closes above the and we got resistance run right to our TP. Right, so if we entered this position, if we pyramided this position, which we could have, but obviously I did not for the reason I explained, we got the whole first away as fast. Position. I don't like pyramiding too much. It really depends on the sentiment and the overall market. Also, how I'm feeling is always very, very late for me right now. Typically not up this late, so I am very, very tired. It's another reason why I did not take that trade. That's another very big lesson for you guys to know is when you guys are not feeling the greatest, if you guys are tired, groggy, anything like that, you don't want to be pushing your limit. You do not want to be pushing the envelope. You just want to stay in your lane and do what you can. Close off this balance right here. Let's see this range hold and price to rip higher. If price comes down and takes out this low, I'll be getting out of the trade. Probably at break even. And you know what? Regardless of the result, whether it's a break-even trade, a losing trade, or a winning trade, as long as you guys follow the rules, you guys should feel no emotion after. There should be no. There shouldn't be too much excitement, and there shouldn't be too much sorrow. Right? You want to be even. You want to be in the middle, calm, cool, collected. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Maybe next time do some music in the background, although I do find it very, very distracting, especially for you guys for learning purposes. I do listen to music when I trade typically, but for you guys, like, I don't know, we'll see. See what happens. If we're gonna move higher, we should get that expansion very soon. Notice how price is contracting here again. Notice that these 4 candles in here, 5 candles, they're contracting. What's happening here? They're building in orders above and below the place. And we're gonna get big candles here very, very shortly, preferably in the direction higher. Point from this OA setup to our TP. That is something that we really want to see. That gives me a lot of confidence in where my TP is as well. Here we go. Beautiful. Again, guys, appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys have any recommendations or anything that you want to see on this channel, any way that I can help you guys out, feel free to put it in the comments or message me on Instagram. You can connect with me on there as well. Yeah. So what I want to do, guys, nothing this here now. It's got to turn around here quick. What I want to do is the trade is now going to go to break even based off of trading above